all of a sudden at age 22,
Yeah.
the government said, and I understand that, I'm a taxpayer, that I'm sorry, but we're done all we can for your son. Wonder what sort of a future my son had, because all of a sudden we've had this support system for years and years, no matter where we've lived, and now it's gone. We saw a number of places, and they were good, but when we walked into the ServiceSource in Chantilly, man, it was night and day.
My family and I's experience has been a growth in confidence in Ayush Bhaiya. I call him Bhaiya Big Brother. He has a full life, and most people can't say that. ServiceSource provides an arena, an outlet for Bhaiya in daily life, so that he feels like he's giving back and enhancing community.
My story is I'm part of the ServiceSource team, and my son James is here a part of the program, and I'm so proud to have him here where he gets the quality services that he needs. His mother and I just think are just best in class and really offer him an opportunity to have the best life he can at the level of disability that he has.
And one of the things that's very impressive about it was the diversity of services that they offered. They offered services to someone like my son Mark, who was really looking for employment, and they had a number of different employment opportunities for people with disabilities, and he was a beneficiary of that. ServiceSource is able to take folks that are really not in the mainstream of the employment picture and put them in a position where they can become part of the employment scene in a very meaningful way. And that is something I think that not only helps the individuals, but it helps the community. It takes folks that might otherwise be in need of achieving or having to receive support, from the state or from the federal government, and puts them into a position where they can be employed and they can actually work and they contribute back to society.
And he loves to tell people, I make my own money, I will treat you. He'll take people out to dinner. So that confidence is in him to be able to, yeah, he wants to buy me a car.
I'm looking for a car.
Say I work, I provide. Just having something like that is huge to a person and a person's family's life.
Unfortunately is that there's a growing population of people that do have challenges and needs, disabilities. If one just looks at the returning veterans that are coming back from the various wars, ServiceSource has an important program in the Warrior Bridge program where we're trying to put some of our wounded servicemen back to work.
The reason it's called Warrior Bridge is because we bridge the gap between veterans and resources. All the hiring managers I would deal with in my previous role were afraid to hire veterans because they were afraid they would lose cannons. So I had a process for alleviating that fear. I would take those managers out to lunch and I would tell them at the end of lunch that I'm a veteran, 90% disabled with PTSD. And their jobs would hit the floor and I would walk out of the room. The next day the phone would ring, we want to hire some of your veterans.
We've been blessed for 23 years with people who care, take care of our son. It's heartwarming. I appreciate what ServiceSource has done, and that gives Tom an outlet during the day.
Yes.
I'm concerned about when Mom and I aren't here, what's in the future for Tom.
And so the idea of Family Support Net was, can an organization like ServiceSource put in place those kind of services to at some point in time replace those things that a mother or a father in some cases might provide when we're no longer here.
The vision of the Disability Resource Center is to be an asset in the community where we can pull lots of different resources together and serve individuals with a broad range of disabilities and other needs in the community where they otherwise can't get them.
We're able to use the Disability Resource Center as sort of a collection point to bring together all of these service providers, and then we can get actually a more powerful vehicle there by which we can help the entire community.
Others like James with Down syndrome or other intellectual disabilities would greatly benefit benefit from the Disability Resource Center because it improves our ability to deliver quality services and bring in other outside supports and outside partners into one area where we can serve individuals that need those services.
What I would really like to see in the future is growth. So a veteran can come into the Disability Resource Center and there could be case managers with a different specialty, whether it be employment, community resources, whatever it may be, and they can come in and receive all the services they need in a one-stop shop.
As a parent, I know that I've made a personal commitment to growing the capital campaign because of this Disability Resource Center. It is so important.
I've seen it firsthand with my son Mark and what it can do, but I know there are a lot of others out there that can benefit from it. And this Resource Center will give us this central point of focus so that we can do so many things to help so many people. That's why my wife and I are so inspired to be a part of this program. We believe in it, it's meaningful to us, and we think there's a lot of other folks out there that ought to join us in this because it's something that will benefit a lot of individuals, but it will benefit the community as a whole.